Greetings one and all. I've entitled this video Pondering, a Premium Purchase, because that's what it is. You'll forgive all this. I'm just playing really. But I'm going to swap around between them. I'm on the SV33 at the moment, and I've got a SR314, and I've also got the Erland. And in subsequent videos I'll swap them out. Just so, may as well use them. If I swap about, you'll be able to hear. Just maybe it helps, I don't know, without distracting from the video. Now, what am I pondering? Somebody said, have you got, or do you intend to get, a Shure KSM9? I haven't got it, and I don't intend to get it. So let me explain why. Maybe this process will help with these expensive microphones. Or maybe it won't. I've used it at the Brit School some years ago. I don't know how many years. Maybe 7 years ago, something like that. One of the students had it, quite well off. She said, would you keep it for a while? Use it. That was before I was quite so interested, I think. I was interested, but not, obviously, you learn as you go on. But immediately I didn't like it. Tell you why. Okay, I've got my hand on the bass control, and I used a KSM9, and it immediately to me sounded like this. It sounded a bit like that, what I've just done there, which is okay if you hadn't heard anything before, and if you haven't got headphones on, you're listening through a phone speaker or something, you might not notice any difference. But I immediately thought, hang on a minute, let me put the bass back in. I cut the 80 hertz, put the bass back in, and now I've got the balance. So I thought, well, that's no good for me. Might be good for some people. Let me just try something now, actually, if you don't mind. If you've got headphones, you'll have heard a difference. I cut 80 hertz. Obviously, it's 80 hertz either side. Not exactly 80 hertz. It's not a shelf, not a peak. It's spread a bit. But on a note up there, I could hear a difference. So I've noticed this before with the Biodynamic M88. The females liked it because the low stuff it's got, even on a female voice. So I'm not too keen on all that. And I can do it there in an instant. So if you've cut it at the mic, I just don't get it. Well, I kind of do. Kind of get what they're... Anyway, so no, I haven't got the KSM9. I don't know how I spotted the KSM11, which is newer. I'm going to switch to the SR314. I've switched to the SR314, as you can probably hear. They're of a family, but there's more of that going on. Stage mic, studio mic, 33 studio. So, yeah. So I read a bit. I've got the KSM11 here. £819. Please. 800. It's a newer one, and they say, here's what they say, bits and bobs of it. Proprietary condenser cartridge utilizing a 3/4 inch gold diaphragm, premium electronics for exceptional dynamic range. Okay. Highly consistent deep cardioid polar pattern reduces off-axis phase distortion for pristine and focused vocal reproduction. Of course, it's a live mic for stage. Okay. Advanced suspended isolation system for virtually zero handling noise. So they say. Dent resistant, plosives, usual sort of stuff. Now, what was the interesting bit? Well, it's all interesting, but they say here, as modern live stages have transitioned to digital technology, the KSM11 cardioid condenser microphone was developed to take advantage of increased digital audio linearity. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that means. Equal output across the frequency range. Okay, now I'm starting to get interested. The KSM11 delivers an elegant balance of full low end, rich mid-range, essential high-end detail. Now, as you can imagine, the bit that caught my eye was the full, lost it, full low end. Rich mid, essential high. So basically they're saying It's kind of not saying anything really, are they saying? It's got bass, middle, treble like every other mic. But you get the idea. The full low end caught my eye. Professional and near perfect. Oh, and the other thing then, a near perfect presentation of vocal performance to build their mixes around EQing by choice and not by default. So I'm thinking, okay, as I've just demonstrated, are they saying that I've got everything there, which is what I'm after, and you can EQ pretty much flat, everything there, and you can EQ as you want, not by default. In other words, not by default having to turn the bass up. It usually gets muddy if you just turn the bass up, so that's no good. Doing all that cutting, all the rest of it, that we'll just give it to you best we can within the technology as it allows. Hey, if you want a different shape of EQ, you can do it. So I'm thinking, okay. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to change mic. Now I'm on the Erland, which I'm going to turn up a bit because it's a little bit further away, or I'll just bring it a bit closer. Now I'm on the Erland, and I notice it loves all that. Going to turn up a bit. I'm on the Erland, there we go. Now, the KSM9 then has got some things going on. Dual gold layered low mass mylar diaphragm design. Interestingly, mylar. Yeah, high-end mic. The M88, this is a new one, 2023, but the original M88, designed in 1962, used Hostafan for the diaphragm, which is a form of mylar. 1962. Biodynamic were using that. Anyway, so I thought, well, okay, here's the rub then. I'm trying to figure out where to spend this dosh. I'm thinking the reason I didn't like the KSM9 partly was because it's got that proximity compensation thing going on. I'm thinking the reason I might like the KSM11 is because it hasn't got that from what I read. It's got a single diaphragm and it says it's got a full low end and that thing about EQ. So it's sounding promising. So I turned, of course, the next thing I do is I turn to the frequency, which I shall put on screen now. Well, good luck making anything out of that. They look almost the same. The KSM11, pretty flat right up the way to 10. It's got a little peak after 10, 12. Will you hear that? Or will that be right up in the air frequency? But it's not much. The other one, the KSM9, has got a bit more going up there. So, maybe that's why it didn't suit me so much, because I'm not keen on that kind of thing. Looking at the low end as best I can, they look fairly similar, with the KSM9 perhaps having a little dip around about 200, perhaps a bit more than the than the KSM11, both of them tailing off. But I wish they'd be consistent, because as you can see on the graph with the KSM9, there's no distance at all shown. On the KSM11 graph, it shows you that that's at 2 feet, and nobody uses their mic at 2 feet. Well, not really. So I'm interested, will there be that proximity? Will that bring the bass in for me? There you go. Let me go back to the 33. Going back to the 33 now. Back on the 33. The issue then is very difficult to know, isn't it? It's a very expensive microphone, both of them. KSM9, KSM11, I think KSM9's out of it because I have used it. And plus, just looking at that, KSM11, will it give me what I'm after? I rang the shop. I said, listen, expensive microphone. Can I have it? Buy it? Try it? Being very careful with everything, packaging the lot. And if I don't like it, return it, because it does say on the website 30 days. He said, yeah, it says on the website. And he said, oh, hold on a minute. Let me just go and check. Do you mind? And come back. So he came back and said, not with microphones. I said, oh. He said, well, I can kind of understand it. He said, hygiene. And there's some other things, earbuds and stuff. Well, you can imagine with earbuds. Microphones, no. So I said, well, what's the 30-day return then? Go, what's the point in having that? So I can buy it. I can sit and look at it in the box for 30 before, and before 30 days I can send it back. Well, I suppose somebody might change their mind, but you do your research first. But if you can't open it and try it, What's the point in having 30 days return, seems to me. So there we are. Can't send it back. So what are you to do? I've mentioned this before. What is anyone to do spending, I don't know how they sell any of them, really? Because who's going to take the risk? 700 and what was it? No, it was 800, wasn't it? 819. I think mine's a little bit cheaper. So around about £800. And you can't try it. You buy it. Doesn't suit your voice. Tough. You're going to have to sell it second hand. We'll see. I bought it on a credit card. Might be turning up tomorrow, go and collect it from the shop. I'll do an unboxing because we all love that, don't we? Anyway, we'll see how it goes. And I'll let you know. Be seeing you.